Hello, hello, hello. Good morning to you all. I am Clarissa Myers coming to you live on this Friday morning. Could you believe it? The week has gone by. I mean, very fast for me. I guess you know that expression, time flies when you're having fun. Anyway, every morning I come and share something with you, something that can pick you up, something that you can use in your personal life or in your business to help you on your journey to your success. Good morning. I think that is, good morning, Phoebe. Good morning, cousin. How are you? Thank you for watching this morning. So this morning I chose as my topic, how do we grow? How do we grow and develop strong, healthy minds? You know, when you look around in our community, more and more we're seeing, and I want to say it's just the youth because it's a whole, across the spectrum. People seem to be losing their minds, and I see that because some of the things, the foolish things that maybe I should say that we do, because I know I do foolish things too, but you would think that when you see gray hair on people, you know, you would think, oh, that's a sign of someone who's wise. Oh, good morning, Cynthia. Good morning, Cynthia. My sister, I could wave to you. Hi, Diane. Good morning, cuz. Glad that you can join me this morning. So I was saying, sometimes when we see gray hair on people, we say, oh, that's a wise person. But you know that's not necessarily so. But the question comes back, how do we grow and develop healthy minds? Well, you look at a plant and how a plant grows, what a plant needs to grow. How does anything grow? Well, first of all, you know, you need to put in healthy, nutritious food, right? So a plant needs food to grow. What you put into, when you water it, those kinds of things. So what are you feeding your mind? What are you putting into your mind? Are you reading wholesome, healthy stuff? You know, are you putting junk in? Because you know, if you put junk in, what will come out? Junk, right? How do you spend your day? What do you think about during the day? Are you busy? You know, there's some people who, you know, even though if they're not watching it during the day, they record soap operas and they come back and look at that stuff. You know, they want to see what Luke and Laura, I don't even know who the characters are. At one point in my life, I remember just being anxious to get home so I can see what the next episode on the soap opera was. But how is that helping to feed me to become a better person? That time could be used feeding yourself healthy things that will help you to grow, to help your mind to grow. Good morning, hey, my friend Corazon. Good morning to you. I can wave. Good morning. Thank you for watching. Yes, so the things that we're putting into our minds, what are we feeding our minds? Second point is, just like how a plant, you know, needs the good soil, you know, nutritious soil, with all the things, the necessary enzymes and vitamin minerals and stuff in there. So our mind needs a healthy environment to grow. Now, granted, the mind is amazing. Even if you're growing in an environment that has lots of negative things, we can reprogram ourselves to be looking for the positives. Even though there may be a lot of negative around us, but at the first opportunity for you to transplant, you've ever heard of that? How do you transplant a plant that may not be growing well in a particular type of soil? You remove it from that environment and put it in more healthy soil. So we can do the same thing. We can move if the environment, especially if you have young children and the opportunity arises. Now, sometimes, granted, it may not be ideal for everyone, but it could be something you're striving for. And then the things that you feed yourself, the associations that you form with people who you may know in your own physical, or technology has improved to the point where we can look and pick and choose what we look at on the YouTube channels or on Facebook, you know, just scrolling through indiscriminately, not looking at anything in particular. Try to look for those positives. Be focused on that. Good morning, Ursula. Happy Friday. I can wave to you also. So I'm talking about, for those of you just joining me, how do we feed, grow, and develop healthy minds? And again, what you put in, you get out. You put junk in, you'll get junk out. You can't expect something different from what you're putting in. So our thoughts, we have to grow those healthy thoughts by reading the materials that are wholesome. All right. Now, I mentioned the first thing, feed your mind with the healthy thought, the positive stuff. Two, the environment. Surround yourself with friends and associates who are of the same mindset, who are moving in a specific direction. Because God, if you take an apple, for instance, or a tomato, and you put it in a bag with other potatoes or whatever, things that are rotting, and I'm sure you've seen this, it has a way of affecting the other potatoes in the bag or other tomatoes, and before you know it, it's all soggy. So we have to be conscious about where we are and where we're going and the things that we need to do to get where we want to go, if that makes sense to you. Good morning, Allison. Glad that you can join me this morning. Good morning. Joining from Houston. Thank you, Allison. I'm so glad you said that. Allison is joining us from Houston, Helping Hands Community Garden of Magnolia, Texas. Where are you joining from? So many people come on and join me. Tell me where you're tuning in from. I'm tuning in. I'm here live from Virginia. All right. And the third thing, and this may seem so elementary, but some may never have even thought about this. The third point is, just as a plant needs the sun, the S-U-N, to grow. And if you've ever watched a plant in the garden, in the morning, when the sun rises in the east, the flower is just, facing the sun. And as the sun moves overhead, the flower is just kind of following the sun, absorbing, taking in that energy from the sun. Well, guess what? Believe it or not, we human beings were created because we are dependent on the sun. Not the S-U-N sun, even though we get energy from that too, but the S-O-N, God's sun. We get what we need from Him. We get inspiration from Him. We get motivation. We get all those healthy nutrient things, the nutritious things, I should say, that will feed us. And we also get direction from Him. You see that plant, that flower, it follows the direction wherever the sun goes. We need that S-O-N to follow Him. He leads us where we need to go. He imparts knowledge into us, into what we need to do. And guys, these thoughts were just floating around in my mind, and it never comes to me. In fact, this morning, Roland's not joining me right here, but he was joining me as we were talking this morning, and these are some of the things that we came up together, but he didn't want to come on live this morning. Good morning, Sipo. Glad that you can join me this morning. So I was just sharing with the listening audience, spiritual entrepreneurs. I'm sorry, I don't think I said that this morning. I know this message is not for everybody because not everyone is a spiritual entrepreneur. I'm speaking to those who know that their purpose is not by accident. Each one of us have a divine purpose. And for us to fulfill that purpose in life, we have to be able to grow and take in those nutrients, the human nutrients, not for the plant, but and so that we can grow and fulfill our optimal purpose here on the earth, to be happy. Life is not all about work. We have to be happy. We need to know that we're making a difference in the lives of those who are around us. And I was talking to Roland this morning. Part of growth as seniors, and I consider myself a senior because I'm approaching. Anyway, and I'll say nothing wrong with it. Some people are afraid to say how old they are, but God has blessed me to be on this planet for 58 years. I'll be 59 next month. Yes. And guess what? There's so many other people who would have wanted to be here, but for whatever reason. But I feel that I have a purpose. I can't keep information, things that I've learned to myself. And none of us should. We are obligated to share, to pass on to the upcoming generations, what we know, the knowledge that we know, so that they too can try to live even better lives than what we've had. So I say we are obligated. We have a responsibility to look out for the upcoming generations. Share truth. Truth, not fake stuff. Truth. I don't know. I'm not going to go too much into that. Some of you might know what I'm talking about. But so every morning I come and share just a nugget or two, something that I've learned that can help others also on their journey towards discovering the greatness that we all have within us. We all have a different version of it, because we don't all have the same gifts, but we all have been gifted. So discover what your gift, what your purpose is, and use it so that not only you are blessed, but the others around you are also blessed. So I have 2 links in the description. One is a link to a group that I've started. It's called Spiritual Entrepreneur Goal Achievers, because we are moving towards our goal, we're achieving our goals, and little nuggets that I have come across I like to share. And the second is a link to my website. Technology is not my forte, but I'm working through it. So I'm working on updating it. It's taking me a minute, but I encourage you to go by and take a look. So thank you for joining me this morning. Every morning I come and share. Every morning I come and share a nugget or two. But because there are some things that I'm working on that require more time, I come now Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So I'll be back with you next week on Monday for another little nugget that can benefit you and someone else. Talk about someone else. Do share this out, because there are others who might need to hear this. And if the message wasn't for you, you might know someone who this message can bless. So remember those 3 things. We want to all grow healthy minds, not just for ourselves, but we want our future generations to also have the same experience. So I thank you for joining me this morning, and I will see you on Monday. Good morning for those of you who just joined me. Hopefully you can catch the replay. Put hashtag replay if you did. Thank you. See you all Monday. Bye now.